out of bed just like Brian Wilson did.
Yeah, I've certainly been keeping my chops up, but it's a whole different discipline. I've been doing weekly shows over Zoom since April of 2020. You know, when the pandemic started, we started seeing everybody and their dog doing Instagram Live and Facebook Live, and I thought, like, how do I compete with, I don't know, Springsteen or Cher or something? You know, like all these people, everybody's doing them, and they're all free. And then my buddy Dan Mangan, the great singer-songwriter from Vancouver, he started doing ones online where he was charging, like, you know, $8, $10, something like that, to join in on Zoom. And I thought, well, I'll try that. I watched one of his and I thought it was awesome. So I thought I would try it, and we had, like, you know, 1,000 people, like, you know, as many as you can fit into a Zoom meeting. You know, it's not that many people now, but I still do them 75 weeks later. I'm still doing them weekly, and the best thing about the whole thing was that we got to stay in contact with each other. It wasn't just keeping the musical chops up. It was like being able to interact with the audience and build that whole thing over. You know, it's not the same as being in person, like it's going to be at the Stockey Centre, but it's going to be, at least, you know, there's that sense of like connection with the audience that's lasted through the last 18, 19 months.
Everybody on the ocean floor, everybody in the grocery store says, oh, 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 oh.
So now you head out on the road. You're one of the first ones out of the gate as we hopefully come out of COVID. A bunch of shows in Ontario over the next several weeks. How do you get up for those shows, having been behind an iPad for the last year and a half?
It's an ordeal, you know. Like, I didn't go into this thinking like I want to be the first out of the gate, you know, in the waning days of the pandemic. The thing is that, like, a lot of these shows were booked 2 years ago or more, and they were supposed, you know, they've been bumped and bumped and bumped, and every time you think it's going to go. I did a couple of shows back in the summer in the U.S., just solo acoustic shows, and they were outdoors, and it was before the Delta variant went through the roof. So it was that sense of like, oh, we're coming out of it now, and it was very hopeful, and it was exciting to be out there. And then things got really dark really quickly, and so my whole sense of like this upcoming tour of Ontario theaters has been like, oh, I really hope, and I've been encouraged by the fact that, you know, that both the government and the venues are really working hard to keep the shows as safe and comfortable as possible, but also allow as many people in to see them. The hard thing is like getting that through your head and thinking, I'm going to be in a van with a bunch of other people for a few weeks and then going into strange places. I've been lucky enough to not have to wear a mask all the time every day because I work from home. You know, I haven't had to deal with that in the same way that a lot of other people have. So the idea of just being out and about is a little bit daunting to me. So I'm very excited to see my friends. I'm really excited to be able to be on stage and sing. I'm unsure about how easy it's going to be for all of us, but you know, I guess I'm going to have to be the canary in the coal mine.
It's interesting you say that because from the audience standpoint, they're the same way. They maybe haven't been to a show, right? So they're coming in with maybe that bit of nervousness as well.
That's right. And I think that's the thing is, like, for me, I'm less worried about my own safety than I am about the audience feeling safe and comfortable around each other.
I knew what was wrong with me long before you did it. Long before you did it.
Let's stop with the COVID talk. Let's talk about the music. What can we expect when Stephen Page hits the stage in Ontario in the next couple of weeks?
Well, so it's me and Craig Northey. Many people will know him from his band The Odds, and Kevin Fox. So Kevin Fox is a great singer-songwriter and cellist, and you may have seen him play with people like Chantal Kreviazuk, and he plays with me a lot. And these guys are the Stephen Page trio along with me, and we are best buds. Like, so it's a really nice, fun but grown up way of hanging out. Like, I think, you know, the vibe for us has always been about hanging out with your friends, and so they get a chance to catch up by hearing some of the newer music. That's like catching, you know, what have you been up to, and then lots of reminiscing. You know, there's lots of stuff all the way back to the Gordon album lots of the Bare Naked Ladies hits as well. So it's a real mix, but it should be a really fun night.
You get